Hi everyone, Happy New Year and welcome to the Antonella Makes podcast. This is episode 7 and you can find me on Ravelry and on Instagram as Antonella Makes. And we have a Ravelry group and you can find that by searching Antonella Makes podcast group. And it's a really awesome little community that we have going over there. So I don't know, if you're interested, go on over there and join the group. And there's so many lovely people to interact with. So today is January 2nd. And it's really warm in here. I don't know why. I think it's because I had the heat blasted. And I don't know, I guess I thought it was colder than it actually is out there. It's about 3 degrees, and I think the snow is melting. Well, actually not really. I can see that the roofs still have snow. It's very warm though. So I have the window open. It gets really sunny in this room. It's really sunny right now. But I like it. So anyway, December 31st, we basically stayed home because the weather was kind of bad. And we ended up going down to a neighbor's house and we played board games, which was a lot of fun. And then yesterday, I woke up with a bit of a migraine. So I was a little bit slow and I actually tried to podcast it. It just wasn't working. But we did go for a little walk. And that was really nice. The fresh air did a little bit of good. And today's the day off, and then tomorrow I go back to work. So I just thought I would do a quick little podcast just to, wish everyone a happy new year and talk about a couple of things that are going on. And talk about my 2017 goals and the knit-alongs that are happening that I believe one started on January 2nd. That was Operational Control, and then the Yarn Diet 2017 started on January 1st. So I'm actually drinking ginger ale because I have this really strange feeling that I may be getting the norovirus, which is going around. Because I've been feeling a little bit weird all day, so maybe it's just nothing. So ginger ale. Cheers. And actually, you know what? This mug here, Pina came for a visit a couple of weeks ago, and she brought this to me as because she always brings me gifts when she comes to visit me, but this was, I guess, like a little Christmas present. Thank you so much, Peanut. I love it so much. And I don't have the information. However, I did actually look into the individual who makes these mugs, but he only has a Facebook page and you can't really buy anything online. So I guess it kind of just defeats the purpose of, I don't know. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to talk about FOs really quickly because I don't have very many. I have 1.5. So, and I don't actually have one to show you because I gave it to my father. But I do have a photograph which I will insert here. I made my dad a hat using this yarn here. It's the Imperial yarn, and it is the 2-ply woolen spun. The color is Kingfisher Blue. And this yarn was actually gifted to me in the first fiber share that I participated in. So basically the hat that I knit I didn't follow a pattern. I just cast on, I believe I cast on 76 stitches, and I did, I just want to see if that's right. Let me just see something here really quickly. Yeah, I cast on 76 stitches, and I think I did knit 2, purl 2 for about 1.5 inches, and then I just knit, stockinette, knit in the round, sorry, and then I just did the decreases, and I actually made a pom-pom for the first time, which was quite fun. It didn't turn out as well as I had wanted it to. I wish I had made it a little bit bigger. But it's nice, and my dad loves the hat, and he wears it, so that's basically all that matters, right? Yeah, so guys, I can like hear myself saying and like a lot, and I'm so sorry about that. But anyways, so I have quite a bit left. I was thinking of maybe knitting my nephew a hat, but I think I might actually send this off in a little package to someone who mentioned that they liked the yarn and the color, so I think I'm going to send it off to her just so she can feel it. And yeah, I don't know, maybe she can make something with it. And then I have a hoe. I don't know. It's really sunny. Anyway, here we go. Oh no, I forgot to bring the tag again. I'm such an idiot. I don't know where I could have put that tag. Actually, you know, I'm just going to search in here really quickly. No. Anyway, so this is just a plain vanilla sock. It is basically, when I knit my socks, I just do a 2x2 rib for 2 inches, and I knit the Eye of Partridge heel. And this is using the Woolberry Fiber Co. her sock yarn, and I think it's called, you know, I don't know what the yarn base is, but it's her 80/20, I believe. And it's just sort of that twisty yarn that I have come to like a lot. And this is her Under the Mistletoe colorway. It's really beautiful. I really like it, and I really love working with this yarn. It's super soft and squishy, and it's really, really, really pretty. And it gives a really nice fabric. Yeah. So, and the colors are super, super, super pretty. Sorry about the sun. I'm sure it's fine. It looks okay from here. So yeah, I wanted to finish these for Christmas, but it didn't happen. Yeah, anyways, I'll wear them still. I mean, they're a beautiful green color. It's not like I can't wear them just because they're Under the Mistletoe socks. Yeah, so that's one hoe, and I still need to cast on the other sock, which I will do very, very shortly. And now I'm going to go into my whips. I have a lot of whips. Many, 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 many whips. Because I thought, you know, since I'm participating and hosting Operation Whip Control, why not cast on all the things? I mean, yeah, why not? So I did. And anyway. So this here is my Come On Home shawl. And this is a pattern by Hey Mama Wolf, and it's getting pretty long. I'm on section 2 right now. I'm almost finished section 2. I'm almost ready to cast on the next color, which I have decided to actually just do in this. I love this color so, so much. And this yarn, I'm using Gregoria Fibers, her 100% Merino 2-ply Sport. And this one was dyed with cochineal. And this one here was dyed, I believe, using lac and carrot tops. So this is this one here. It's really pretty. It's like a really very, very faded pink, very light pink, and sort of like a brown, very, very, very light tan, obviously a tan color. Yeah, it's a tan color. And it's just really pretty when you knit it up as well. Yeah, so so the next color will be this, and then I'm going to finish it with this very, very, very pale pink color. I think it'll be really, really nice. And for anyone who's interested in knitting the pattern, it is fairly simple. It's just knitting, and then you get to do this really awesome I-cord edge, which I didn't know how to do, and I thought it was going to be super, super difficult, but it's actually not difficult at all. I don't know if you can see that. Can I see it? So, really, really cool pattern. And I am sure you guys know, I love knitting, just garter stitch. I don't know what it is about garter stitch that I really love, but I love it. I don't know, I just really like the way it looks. Okay. And then the other thing on my needles, which I'm not going to show you because it hasn't grown since the last time I showed you, is the Be Kind shawl by Vera Valimaki, which I'm knitting in this really, really lovely lichen and lace. This is her, I don't remember the base, I think it's her sock, matte sock, and it's 80/20, and it's Pressed Flowers is the colorway, and it's super pretty. And yesterday, because today Operation Whip Control starts and I cannot cast anything new on, I barely cast on. I'm joining the Layside Mitten Cowl, and it's basically you knit a pattern which is inspired by your favorite artist or your favorite artist's movement. So I'm knitting, so I don't know if you remember, I was knitting if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I was knitting the Woodland Tail Mittens by Melody Hoffman of Mandarins, and this is Oh Wool Local. I don't follow direction very well sometimes. I don't pay attention, and so I made a mistake, and it was something that I couldn't live with. So, I mean, I could have just gone on, and I don't think anyone would have noticed except for myself. However, I couldn't live with it, so I frogged it, and then I thought, oh, how perfect. I'll just wait until the cowl starts and I'll, cast it on. So I'm using Oh Wool Local, and I believe this is the, I'm so sorry, the River Oats colorway. It's so pretty. So my favorite artist is a Ukrainian artist, and his name is Patek, and this painting here is my inspiration, the yellow, and it's very nature inspired, which is basically what Melody's patterns are. They're very nature inspired. I love this painting so much. Just the colors are absolutely stunning. I don't know if you can see how beautiful, and like the pinks that he uses are just so stunning. So, there you go. So, if anyone's interested, the knit along started yesterday, And it goes for the entire month of January. I really, really hope I can just focus and, just do it. I really love the pattern, and I want to wear the mittens so badly. And I want to make more than one pair, I think. Yeah. So that's another whip. That is another whip. So I have a lot to do in a month and a half. I'll talk more about Operation Whip Control once I finish showing you my whips. Okay. Put that there. And then... So the other thing too is that I had joined in the Little Bobbin's Knits Christmas Eve cast on, and I just frogged it. I was working with the Hedgerow Yarns sock blank that I showed you guys last episode. And I couldn't, here, this is basically what it looks like. And it was bugging me. So I was knitting it using the sock blank. I had the sock blank, I hadn't caked it up. I was just using it in its original form. And I didn't like it. I don't know why, so I decided to cake it. But I can't cast anything on at this point, but I don't think I'm going to cast on for that cowl. However, I don't know if I'm going to knit socks with this. I think I might actually, and I don't know, you guys tell me what you think, if it's ridiculous to use such a pretty yarn. I think this is just absolutely beautiful, but I don't know if I can knit a sock blank. I don't know if it's gonna, I don't know, anyways. But what I was thinking of doing is once I'm able to cast something else on, oh, the door just closed on its own, I think, so it's starting to get a little bit cooler in here. There's I guess there's a little bit of wind, so it just closed the door. Sorry if that scared you. But, I'm thinking of using this in my Granny Stripes blanket. I'm sure you all know that I don't have very many minis, and what I do have, I'm sure, just because when you crochet you use way more yarn than when you knit. So I thought that maybe I would share a little bit of this with some others, but I would also just use it in a Granny Stripes my Granny Stripe blanket. So I've decided to do that instead of the mitered square blanket. And I think what I'll do is I'll take all the minis that I have and make a magic knot ball. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, but tell me what you guys think. Tell me if I'm being ridiculous. I don't know, I think this would be so pretty in a Granny Stripes in a blanket. It's just so pretty, and there's so many beautiful colors, and I think it would look really good, because I'll be using various colors. I don't know. Anyway, so that's what I'm thinking of doing. The other thing that I cast on a couple of days ago is the Carousel hat by Erica Knits. I love this pattern. I love this pattern. The only thing I don't love about the pattern is these flowers. I just feel like they're so, I feel like there's just a lot to do. Whereas with the bobble hat, I felt like it was a little less, there's a little less going on. I don't know, maybe because I knit it like a year ago, so maybe I'm just forgetting, and the other thing I'm not crazy about is that the floats, I feel like the floats are huge in this pattern. You have to carry them for 10 stitches, which I don't think I like that. But anyways, I really do love the pattern. I love what it's going to look like in the end, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to suck it up and knit. So You can sort of see the horsies are starting to come alive. The flowers are super pretty though. I just don't like knitting them. So I'm using Drops Nepal, which is, I believe it's a 50% alpaca and a 50% 65% wool and 35% alpaca. And that is the band. So this color here, I'm not exactly sure what it is because it doesn't say on the band, but this was gifted to me by Deb of Tink Hickman on Ravelry and Instagram when we did our local and seasonal swap in Melodies in her group, in her podcast group. And this one's purple. This one I bought the other day or a couple of weeks ago or a week ago at Unit, which is the local yarn shop that used to be my old local yarn shop, which I can still go to after I'm done work because it's in Toronto. What else did I want to say about this? Okay, so my friend Jamie gifted me I mentioned this I think last podcast, but Jamie gifted me the magazine, which was really sweet of her. There you go. So thank you, Jamie, so much. We were supposed to sort of knit this together, but she beat me to it because I'm slow, and she knit a really beautiful one for her daughter. So the thing about this hat is I knit the small size. I don't know if it's gonna fit me. I knit my dad's hat had 76 stitches, and the yarn is, well, this yarn here is it's a little bit thicker. But this is 84 stitches. I thought it would fit me, but I think because of the floats it's going to be tight. So I may have to give this to someone else, which is fine. Because Jamie knit the small size and it fits her daughter, who's like, I want to say she's about a year old or 1 or 2 years old. No, I think she's a year old. She also didn't, I'm pretty sure you didn't knit the brim as long, right, Jamie? I feel like you knit a very, very small brim. But it looks so sweet on her little girl. Anyway, so I don't know, I'm not going to try it on right now, because I'm afraid the stitches will come out. Actually, you know what? It might fit. Well, we'll see. So, yeah, so that's another whip, and I'm knitting this on my carbon, I think these are 16-inch circulars, and it's a US 6 4mm needle. And I knit the brim using a 3.5mm needle. I think it was 3.5, yeah. So that is one other whip. I wanted to have this done by the end of my holidays before I went back to work tomorrow. But yesterday and today I just haven't, I don't know what's wrong with me. I just haven't wanted to knit. It's probably because I haven't been feeling 100%. Yeah, but I did really want to have that done. And then the other whip I have on my needles, I haven't shown this in a while, and I really want to finish these socks so badly because they're so beautiful. The pattern is amazing. So I started knitting, and I was going to do an afterthought heel, and I think I'm still going to do that. These are the Wildflower and Honeycomb socks by Olivia V. Villarreal. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. I'm not sure. She is the creative genius behind this Handmade Life. I love her Instagram feed. And I just love her choice in yarn. She's just amazing. But anyways, enough gushing. Yeah, so I'm using Lolo did it, her squishy sock base, which is 100% merino. And the colorway is not something that's repeatable. It's a custom colorway, and it's called Smoke on the Water. And it's really, really pretty. I really love the color. It's absolutely beautiful. It's just mauves. My favorite. So really, really want to finish these socks. They're so pretty. They remind me of my childhood. And then I also have a blanket on my crochet needle, which I really want to finish as well. I started that blanket in 2014. It's a Granny Stripes. It's the Pearl Soho Granny Stripes blanket pattern. It's almost done. I just have 2 more skeins of the antique lace to add into it. It was supposed to be a housewarming gift for my brother and his wife, but that just didn't happen when they moved into their home. But it's going to happen. I just need to finish it. So I'm hoping that I can do that. I'm really hoping I can finish that. I don't think I can finish all this in a month and a half, but I will try. And I feel like if I don't finish my projects during Operation Whip Control, then I don't think I'll cast anything on until I finish. I really need to finish that blanket. Anyway, so that's it for my current whips. And I'm going to talk about the cows really quickly. So I have decided that for the year, this new year, 2017, I'm not going to purchase any yarn. I am going on a yarn diet. I have a lot of yarn. And I want to knit the yarn that I have because I feel like if I don't, I may fall out of love with it, which I find I have with some of my yarn. So I have given some stuff away recently, and there are still some yarn. There is still some yarn that I have that I don't like, that I'm not crazy about. So I don't want that to happen. I want to knit what I have. I feel like I have really nice yarn that it should keep me busy for the year. So I'm going to try. And basically my goal is not to purchase any yarn for this year. However, if there's something really special that I really, really want, if I go to a fiber festival, if I happen upon a lovely little yarn shop, new to me yarn shop, and there's something there that, I want to remember the place by, I'm going to buy it, but I'm not going to buy in excess. And I want to, I need to knit from my stash, and that's what I'm going to do. So that's Yarn Diet 2017. I have a thread open in the Ravelry group. We have a few of us that have decided that we're going to try our hand at this challenge. I think we can do it. I think I can do it. Yeah. So that just means that I won't have any yarn therapy or, acquisitions to show you, which is fine. It's fine. And so if you're interested in joining, go over to the Ravelry group, join, try, there's nothing wrong with trying. Hi, I'm back. I started recording on my iPad and I ran out of room. So I was talking about the Yarn Diet 2017. Basically, I was just saying that, if you're interested, come on over to the Ravelry group and just try it out. But you don't have to. So that's only if you've been thinking about it, about maybe not trying not to buy yarn, just challenging yourself to see if you can knit from your stash, because, why not? And there's, if you feel like you need support, there's people in the group that are doing it too. And you know, if you need support, or if you need someone to cheer you on, or if you feel like you want to buy yarn and you want somebody to talk you out of it, there's a group for that. So let's see where this takes me. I got cold. Remember how hot I was when I first started? So that's Yarn Diet 2017. Operation with Control. Something that I hosted last year in the summertime from August 1st until August 31st. It was very successful. I feel like a lot of people worked on their whips, and they didn't cast anything new on, and they managed to finish a lot of projects that were on the needles for like a long time, myself included. So I've decided that I want to do it again. And what better time than January 2nd? So it runs from January 2nd until February 15th. And I'm excited. And there's a Ravelry group for that as well. We have some lovely people who have jumped on board. It's still not too late if you're interested. Come on over and join us on the Ravelry group. And I'm just going to keep the hashtag as it was in the summertime, Operation Whip Control. And that's it. So the only rule is that you can't cast anything new on. Well, I mean, if you have to frog something and then recast on, that's totally fine. But you can't cast anything new on until February 15th or until you finish your whips, which it's going to be totally fine because I have a lot of stuff to keep me busy, and I'm sure whoever has joined also has stuff to keep them busy. So, yeah, it'll be great. So head on over to the Ravelry group, join us. Even if you don't want to join the knit-alongs or alongs, you don't have to. You can just join the group and chat. It's so much fun. Yeah, I really actually love I love hanging out in the group, and sometimes I'll just have like these ideas and I would open up a thread and I'm like, oh my gosh, let's talk about this, guys, and it's great. I did open up a mini swaps thread because, there's a few of us that need minis, and I thought, since I'm not really doing the thinking of you swaps, I'm not going to do it for a while, that this would be a good place for those who are looking for minis and would like to swap with others in the group. That would be a good place to do it. I know there's one member who's looking for some minis, so if you have any and you're willing to, send them along to her, just go on over there and read the thread, and you'll know who needs them. And yeah, and I think that's it. I think that is it for new threads open in the group. But anyway, I'm gonna try to speed this along before this shuts down on me again. Okay, so 2017, actually, hi. Sorry, Jackson's like, come here, come. Want to say hi to everyone? Come. Oh, there's his little nose. Where are you going? Anyway, I had to talk about things that I've received in the mail, and then I'm going to talk about 2017 goals, and then, yeah, so I ordered an awesome magazine. I'm so excited about it because it's just so beautiful. Like, the cover is just so beautiful, and I really, 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 really wanted it. And I remember that day when I first saw it, I was thinking to myself, oh my god, I really need that magazine. How am I going to get it? And I just, I just sent the, I think it was the publisher that I got it through. I sent them an email because I couldn't order the magazine. It wouldn't let me. And apparently there was a glitch and they fixed it and they sent me the proper link and I got the magazine a couple of weeks later. So I purchased the knitting magazine. It's really pretty. I love it. I think I may have just purchased it for the cover, but then there's some really amazing patterns in here that I would like to knit, including the ornaments. There's these lovely ornaments. And then there's this gorgeous sweater that I hope I can find for you. I'm pretty sure. Bear with me, I should have doggy-eared it, but I didn't, and it's coming up. Here it is. I want to knit this very badly. It is, do you see the trees on there? So it is the Into the Woods. It's by, the pattern's by Pat Strong. It's knit in Rowan Cocoon, which I can totally get my hands on, but not this year. So I considered buying the yarn prior to January 1st, but I didn't. You know what? I have so many other things that I can knit. I'm going to save this for the end of the year, beginning of the new year. This will be something maybe that I passed on in January of 2018. It seems like it's such a long way to go, but it's actually not. As I've gotten older, I have realized that time flies way too quickly. So yes, I got this in the mail. If anyone's interested, just let me know and I will send you the link. It's not very expensive at all. I think it was $7.49. No, it was $7.49 pounds. So that works out to be about 15 Canadian dollars for shipping and the magazine, which I thought was really, really good, especially because I'm pretty sure this magazine was, oh, it's $5.99. Sorry, $5.99 pounds, and then a few dollars for shipping, which is awesome. So yeah, really happy about that. And then, so right before Christmas, I received a beautiful package from a beautiful friend, and she sent it to me. So this is 100% Cormo. It's dyed. It's dyed by my friend Laura, with avocados, and the yarn is from Piney Mountain Orchard. And I had mentioned in the group one day that I really, really wanted to try Cormo, and she sent this to me, and I can't even tell you. I remember calling my husband and saying, I received a package. I have no idea. And then I opened it in the car and I just started to cry because I was so happy. So Laura, you totally, you just made me really happy. So thank you so much. This is such a beautiful, beautiful skein of yarn. And this is going to be the Phaedra hat by Gudrun Johnson. And I cannot wait to cast this on. So this is going to have to wait until after Operation Whip Control, which is totally fine because I can totally wait. But I cannot wait, if that makes any sense. It's so pretty. Like, it's such a beautiful pink. And it's so soft. I have always wanted to try Cormo. And just the idea that Laura, I don't know. This is super special. And it's from, a farm of sorts. And I love that. So thank you so much, Laura. You have no idea how much this means to me. It means a lot. And then this is the pretty card that came along with it. And then I also participated in Get Your Yarn Wish Granted, and I received a beautiful package from Leia, who is Alanor89 on Instagram. I had asked for Nora George yarn, and she sent me this beautiful skein of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, which is awesome because I just started watching Harry Potter. Actually, before I received this, Hogwarts High Inquisitor, it's on her twist sock base, which is 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon. And it's just this beautiful gray and orange and yellow and reds, and it's just really, really beautiful. Yeah, it's really pretty. So I actually cannot wait. I don't know. I always say I think I'm going to knit with this next, but I never do. So I do really want to use this though. So I think it'll be socks because I think that this would be really, really beautiful socks. And just look at that. It's so pretty. And then she also sent me this little bird of happiness, which really is so amazing because I've been wanting to knit one for myself and for others, but I just haven't gotten around to it, and the fact that I have one is amazing, so I'm really happy with that. Sorry, Jasmine's just making some noise. And she sent me some lavender, French lavender, which you guys know how much I love lavender. And she sent me this beautiful card. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. So it's really beautiful. And a really lovely little card and a handwritten note, which is really nice. So Leah, thank you so much. This totally meant a lot to me as well. Oh my gosh, and another one of my favorite things that she made me, she actually sewed this little, I got some tea on it, that's what the spot is, a little mug cozy, and it's so perfect. I love the fabric so much, and it's handmade by Leah for me, and I'm going to cherish it, so thank you so, so much. I actually bring this everywhere I go that I need a mug. Yeah, so that's it for mail. So now I'm going to talk about, very quickly, after Operation Whip Control, I already have, see, I had gone into Ravelry, and I had my queue a certain way, and I decided to rearrange it. I really, really, really wanted to knit a sweater by Junko Okamoto. I wanted to either knit the Teru or I wanted to knit the bright sweater. But I have decided that I'm not going to do that this year. I'm going to do that next year. Or at whatever point I feel like I have, that I, maybe would like to buy myself the yarn that I need to knit the sweater, because I don't have that. And I really, 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 really want to use Derber Natura. I don't know if it's Gilliat or Gilead. It's a worsted weight yarn. It's super beautiful. And they didn't have it in stock. So I thought to myself, okay, it would be really perfectly fine if I purchased the yarn in January because they didn't have it in stock. But you know what? That defeats the purpose of my little challenge. So I'm just going to hold out. I'm going to hold out for a bit. So I've rearranged my queue again. And basically in 2017, I want to knit more garments. So I want to knit more cardigans and pullovers. And I want to knit, so I want to knit the Farmstead cardigan, which I purchased the yarn at the Woodstock Fiber Festival. This was totally inspired by Layside, Lay of Layside Knits, and Valerie of Sea Blue. Chisanya Farms Shetland. It's so beautiful. So this is pure Canadian Shetland wool. So I have a sweater quantity of this. The rest is over there. So you can see how beautiful it is. It's so soft. Like, I can't even believe how soft this is. It's so soft. It almost feels silky. So I'm going to knit the Farmstead cardigan. I'm going to knit the featherweight cardigan, which I have been saying forever. It's been in my queue forever. I purchased the pattern 2 years ago. So I'm going to knit that with this gorgeous yarn. I have been dying to knit it. It's Fairy Hair by Wool and Vine. And this was a custom order. It is her Gatsby, which is her Gatsby base, which is 50% non-superwash merino and 50% silk. And I bought enough to knit the featherweight cardigan. And how gorgeous is this yarn? The color is so beautiful. This is like my favorite, one of my, well, I have so many favorites, but this is definitely top 10. It's beautiful. And then another pattern that I have said that I have been like that I've been wanting to knit for the longest time. I purchased the pattern again like 2 years ago. Is the quill. I am dying to knit the quill. So I'm gonna knit the quill. I bought this yarn on purpose for the quill, and this is Hinterland Alpaca Cloud. It's 100% alpaca. It is just absolutely beautiful and soft and cloudy. If you can imagine what a cloud feels like, I think I feel like this is what a cloud would feel like. And I'm happy because I think Laura and myself are going to do this sort of together, like a little impromptu sort of, just a little, not impromptu, totally unofficial, casual cal. So I'm excited for that. I bug Laura all the time. I send her texts all the time. Bug her. Thank you. I know you say that I'm not bugging you, but thank you so much for like just chatting with me, and it's really good to pick her brain if I have a question. She's just she's amazing. So anyway, that, and then I want to knit a bunch of socks. Like I really, really do, because I have not knit any socks for myself. I have, but I sent those all off to my grandmother, which is totally fine. But yeah, like I don't have any hand knit socks. My husband has 2 pairs, which I knit for him, and I have nothing. So I'm going to knit myself a bunch of socks. And that's basically my goal right now for 2017. And there's other things that I can knit. And I also want to knit, I also want to knit the Treehouse Hat by Melody Hoffman. And I also want to knit the hollow shawl that I cast on last year and I frogged because I made a mistake. So, yeah, those are things that I want to knit this year. I think that's a really good, those are really good goals for 2017. It'll be nice to like sort of go back and rewatch this to see what it was that I wanted to do for the year and see if I actually follow through. Yeah, sorry people, friends. I'm sorry that I keep saying yeah, so I think that's it. I've been trying to catch up on podcasts. I totally not binge watched, there were only a couple of episodes that I hadn't seen of A Homespun House. So it was really nice to catch up with Molly. And I started watching a new podcast called, oh my gosh, I don't remember. You know what, I'm not going to butcher it. I'll talk about it next time maybe. Yeah, so there's a bunch of other podcasts that I really need to catch up on. I just watched Melody's Christmas market video, which was awesome. I really wish I could put together a video like that. Like, she is super talented. I can't even get over how lovely her aesthetic, or just it's, I feel like it's almost professional. She's super talented. So yeah, so that's it. Thank you so much. I should have said this at the beginning, but thank you so much to returning viewers, you know, to my friends who have just been so kind. You guys have been so kind to me, so welcoming, and I really, 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 you have no idea how much I appreciate your friendship. I say it a lot, and I totally mean it. And I appreciate all of your likes, all of your comments, all of your support, all of your generosity, all of your awesomeness. I'm so grateful to have fallen down the rabbit hole. And I did that a year ago. And I am so happy that I did. And then to new viewers, thank you so much for checking my podcast out. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you come back. And yeah, thanks for thanks for taking the time out of your busy day to hang out with me for a bit. So Happy New Year. I hope you're having a lovely start to the year, to your new beginning. I hope wherever you are in the world that the weather is magical. Not as snowy as it has been in Tottenham, because it's been pretty snowy. And I'm ready for it to stop snowing, actually. I know I've never thought I would say that, but I think because I didn't really drive before. I lived in Toronto, so I just needed to commute to work using the subway. But now I have to drive, so it's not that much fun. Although I have called in a few snow days because it was just impossible for me to go in. But yeah, so I hope the weather is magical and you're cozy and you're enjoying a lot of knitting and tea drinking or whatever it is that makes you happy. I hope that you're enjoying all of the things that make you happy. I wish you the most amazing year ahead. I hope all of your dreams and your wishes for this year come true. And I can't wait to see what this year brings. I can't wait to continue hanging out with all of you and spending time with all of you and getting to know all of you. So anyway, that's it, because I will just continue to blabber on. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye.